This is the law of cosines. These lowercase letters represent side lengths. These are all side lengths of the triangle. This is the only angle in law of cosines. You use law of cosines whenever you do not have a family. And what I mean by that is previously, you might have been given angle A and side A. That's a family for the A's, okay? You use law of cosines when you don't have a complete set, okay? So let's do an example really quick. So the first example, I'm going to give you the angle A, which is 68 degrees. I'm going to give you side B, and I'm going to give you side C. Notice I did not give you a complete set. We call it a family. I didn't give you a complete set. So that means we're going to have to use law of cosines. Now, I think A, B, and C is a bit confusing. So I recommend you use X, Y's, and Z's instead. So I would write it like this. The reason why is because a lot of people see the letter C and assume they're going to put this side length right there. They gave you an angle. The only place to put an angle in the formula would be right here. So in this case, this C should be actually letter capital A. You guys see that? Okay, so I don't want you guys to get thrown off by A, B, and C. So I just recommend you use X, Y, and Z and plug it in where it's required. So I have a side length and a side length and an angle. So my angle will go here. This is the angle they gave me. So I'm going to do cosine of 68 degrees, and the other letters are these sides. So I'm going to do 64 because that's 8 squared. Then I'm going to do plus 5 squared, which is 25, minus 2 times x times y. 8 times 5 is 40. And notice these letters match. So I'm going to be solving for, that's angle A, so I'm going to be solving for side A. All right. Is that okay so far, how I plugged everything in? Okay. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and solve. I'm going to take the square root of this side. That leaves me with just A, and you're going to take the square root of this entire side. Just plug that directly into the calculator and let me know what you get. Great, so you got 7.68. So, guys, I found a full set. They gave me angle A is 68 degrees, and now I found side A is 7.68. Now that I have a full set, I can use law of sines. So now I'm going to use law of sines. And guys, add a little note. Always solve for the smallest angle first. So if I look at all my side lengths, which one is the smallest angle? This is the smallest side length, 5, right? Your different side lengths are 5, 8, and 7.68. The smallest side has the smallest angle. So I'm going to solve for the smallest side, which will be angle C. I'm going to solve for the smallest angle. So I'll put a 5 there, and I have sine of 68, and we just found that side, 7.68. All right, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. And then I'm going to take the inverse of both sides. So that cancels with that. Take the inverse of both sides. So type this into your calculator. Let me know what angle C is. Can you guys give me more numbers behind here? Whoever plugged that into the calculator. 319. Okay, let's add that in. You'll get a more exact answer. You don't want to round until the very end. So let me know what you guys get for angle C. 37.113. Perfect. So when I put my final answers over here, you can go ahead and round it. So I'll just say 37.1 or 11 degrees. But over here, guys, when you're solving and trying to find it, you don't want to use rounded numbers. You want the exact one. Okay, now, next step. So guys, let's just go over the steps real quick. Your first step, you use law of cosines. Then you got a full set. Then your second step, you use law of sines. And you always solve for the smallest angle. So we found the smallest angle. Your third step, we're going to do 180 degrees minus angle A, which they gave us, minus the angle we just found to give you angle C. Oh, we found angle C. If you want to find angle B, you just need to subtract what you found. So let me know what that is. So you should be doing 180 degrees minus angle A, they said was 68 degrees, minus angle C, which we just found, is 37.113 degrees. That will give you angle B. I'm sorry, I labeled this as B. That's angle C. So we need to find angle B. All right, what's that last angle? Did y'all get it yet? $74.887. Thank you. 74.887 degrees. All right, so I found all parts of the triangle, all three sides and all three angles. And you don't have to memorize this. I'm just going to mention it. You use law of cosines whenever you have side, angle, side, and side, side, side. That's when you use law of cosines. If I were to draw what they gave me, I'll call this angle A, B, C. They gave me angle 68. They gave me side B, which is across from angle B, so that would be here. And across from angle C is 5. And notice that side, angle, side, SAS. You guys can try the next example. This next example, we're going to do side, side, side. Whenever you do side, 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 of course, we don't have any sets. We don't have any families here. So we're going to do law of cosines, of course. However, whenever we're doing side, 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 you need to solve for the largest angle first. So I'm going to write the law of cosines really quick. Okay, so I need to find the largest angle first. Which one has the largest angle, A, B, or C? C does, because this one is the biggest side. The biggest side is paired with the biggest angle. So that means this right here will be cosine of C, because I want that angle, and this will be 12 squared, which is 144. That leaves this and this to go here and here. So 7 squared is 49, plus 9 squared is 81, minus 2 times 7 times 9 is 63, cosine of C. So we are solving for the largest angle first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do some algebra. What is 49 plus 81? 130. 2 times 63 is 126. Cosine of C equals 144. Okay, so now guys, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 130 from both sides. I get 14 equals negative 126 cosine C. Continuing to solve, we're going to divide both sides by negative 126. Divide by negative 126. So I have 14 over negative 126 equals cosine C. Last step, we're going to take the inverse cosine of both sides. So this is what you're going to type into your calculator. Let me know what you get for C. And don't round it. Give me all the numbers. Thank you. So we found angle C. Now let's find some other angles. I can use law of sines now since I have a set. I have angle C and I have side C. That is a set. So now I'm going to do law of sines. And I know sine of 96.3794 over 12 equals, I'm going to solve for the smallest angle now. So that's going to be angle A. So I'm going to do sine of A because that goes with the smallest side, which is 7. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply both sides by 7 and then take the inverse. So you're going to type this into the calculator. Let me know what angle A is equal to. It should be 35 point, what did you guys get? 4309? Perfect. Okay, so I have two angles now. Now just do 180 degrees minus one of the angles we found minus the other angle we just found. And that will give us the final angle. So angle B is whatever this is. 48.1897. All right. So I solved the triangle. When I say solve the triangle, that means find all the sides and all the angles. So we have solved this triangle.